Gladys Wanga is one powerful figure in Luo Nyanza politics. At present, when it comes to Luo Nyanza politics, we can say she's a political towering inferno. And she has Raila's ears. Raila always listens to her. In other words, we can say she has a political face card. What she says, especially to Raila, she ends up getting her way through it. So, why is this happening? Odoyo Owidi seemingly has a clue why it happens that way. Just listening.
Gladys Wanga is one person Raila rarely resists. That is why I told you people that Ongondowere's son will be the candidate for Kasipol, not because Raila Odinga wants, but because Gladys Wanga wants. Raila has never learned in his entire life to disappoint Gladys Wanga. And if, for whatever reason, it goes to an extent to disappoint her, he will look for a compensation like what Gladys Wanga was removed from the PSC of Parliament. She had to be rewarded with the chair of a very powerful accounts committee. Because that is one lady who can fall on the floor and roll because she wants something. And will produce anything you want because she wants something. Will pay you anything because she wants something.
Yes, we are aware that Odoyo Owidi is not reading from the same script with Raila. They have their differences and serious differences. And as it is right now, he's not okay with Gladys Wanga. That's a fact. They have their personal differences. When you hear him giving this kind of description of who exactly Gladys Wanga is, you're likely to agree with him. Because there are things that are day and night. We can see, because it is true that when Gladys Wanga was removed from a certain committee seat while she was in parliament, Raila gave her some lucrative position. We all know that. And also, look at what happened in Homa Bay politics. Last time we had Kidero, who wanted to be governor. We also had now the current National Treasury CS, that is John Mbadi, who also wanted to be governor of Homa Bay. But do you know what Raila did? Raila made sure that at the end of it, that Gladys Wanga has the ODM ticket, and Raila made sure that John Mbadi dropped out of the race to allow Gladys Wanga to compete with who? Evans Kidero, who was already considered to be working with President Ruto during that time. This forced Kidero to run as an independent candidate. We know when you run as an independent candidate in Luo Nyanza, where ODM is dominant, you will definitely lose. That's a fact. We all know that. And Kidero lost. According to Kidero, the decision to give a direct nomination to Gladys Wanga was a boardroom decision. So that is what we all know. Someone would ask, but why does Raila favor Gladys Wanga to that level? First, it could be because of trust. The two have built mutual trust. And when you build mutual trust with someone, it definitely means that you'll have to give them favors. That's a fact. And in this case, Raila is an established political figure and he has networks. So Gladys being loyal to Raila will definitely have her way through anything that she wants because Raila also trusts her. That's the first thing. And at the same time, when you look at Gladys Wanga, she reads from the same script with Raila's wife, that is Raila Odinga. I am sorry because I am used to the phrase, is it an idiom or what, reading from the same script, but I am sorry for that. But the fact is, the two agree. Raila Odinga and Gladys Wanga, they are close friends. So, and Raila here, as the husband to Raila Odinga, will definitely make sure that, a friend to his wife gets favors if she needs them. That's a fact. Another thing that you need to understand is that Gladys Wanga has that thick skin. She has learned that, especially Luo politics, that as a woman, you must be tough. Because once you're not tough, you not get even elected in that region because of male chauvinism, male dominance, and all that. So you have to be this bad guy. You remember what Milo Odhiambo said? That for you to succeed in politics, especially Luo Nyanza politics, you must be a bad guy. And Gladys Wanga has learned that. And she knows that if I want this, if I don't raise my voice, if I don't fight for it, I won't get it. It is because of that tough skin, that wit, that determination, that grit, that she always gets her way through whatever she wants. And this is not something that can augur well with, with male politicians from that region, those who want to hear from Raila, those who perhaps are coveting the same seat or the same position Gladys Wanga is holding. So in my understanding, Gladys Wanga is a fighter. Let's agree. Okay, even if you feel that she's always favored and all that, but what I know is that she's a fighter. And right now, given that Raila supports President Ruto, you must have heard her defend President Ruto every time. There was an issue of, SHA, people saying SHA is not working. You remember what Uhuru said about the current, government, where there are so many failures, and the issue of Linda Mama was brought up. Gladys Wanga was among the very first people to defend President Ruto, and even said that, Linda Mama wasn't that effective, but what is working is the program run by President Ruto. So she's this great defender once she's on your side. So that's the one thing you just have to give it to Gladys Wanga. And also right now, what she's doing in Homa Bay, people are appreciating, especially if you compare to the previous administration of Cyprian Awiti, who literally wasn't doing anything. But right now, with Gladys Wanga in charge, people are seeing something. So as much as there's this, what I can call an expose about her, we should also give credit where it is worth, because we are seeing what Gladys Wanga is doing. But on the issue of Gladys Wanga becoming Ruto's running mate, that is not likely to work, because as I discussed in the previous video, that removing Kindiki from being Ruto's running mate, especially at this point when everyone knows that Kindiki is the deputy president, will not work out, will not, push that good image. Yeah, there's an issue of perception. Perception is something so crucial in politics. So to keep that good image, you need to keep someone that you've been working with. So because of that, it will be near impossible for President Ruto to even consider replacing Kindiki from the running mate position. I know Kindiki himself is worried that if President Ruto will not get a huge support or a significant support from Mount Kenya East, is likely to lose that position. But because of other factors, President Ruto is likely to keep him. So Gladys Wanga will not be Ruto's running mate. But what I understand is that she has Raila's ears. That's a fact. And also there's the issue of succession politics in Luo Nyanza post Raila. Who will take over? So that is another big thing. It is possible that Gladys Wanga can inherit Raila's backyard to become Luo Nyanza kingpin. But that is a debate that is really tough, because we can't conclusively get answers to that kind of discussion. But the thing is, she's a front runner when it comes to the issue of Luo Nyanza kingpinship. That's a fact. I know we also have Babu Owino, but right now as it is, Babu Owino is said to be breaking ranks with the Raila because he wants to work with this other side, that is Kalonzo's team. That is one thing we can discuss later. But the thing is, Gladys Wanga is a political towering inferno. What do you think about Gladys Wanga's leadership, especially in Luo Nyanza?
And become something else that will take us to power.